NBA media coverage is in shambles. And we had a lot of discussions around NBA coverage I've seen where it's like NBA season is trash or like NBA media coverage trash. And you have Charles Barkley go on air talking about some ESPN Fox heads are stupid, having dumb debates. Kendrick Perkins doesn't know what he's talking about. He shouldn't be on TV. I'm paraphrasing that part, but that's, I mean, on the end of the day, when you listen to the actual, go listen to the actual video, that's basically what he said. And because basically he's saying, like, oh, some people only like talking about MJ versus LeBron debates. Some people only talk about Warriors and Lakers. There's other teams out there doing something like the Cavaliers and OKC who are like on massive win streaks doing all this stuff, right? Shea's MVP candidate, probably the front runner, probably going to win. And all they talk about is LeBron James and the Warriors and the Lakers and Curry and Jimmy Butler and so on and so on, right? And one thing I will say I hate about this is I hate seeing these successful black men in this space barking at each other on social media and on TV. It's unfortunate because a lot of people look up to a lot of these people, even Kendrick Perkins, and it's sad to see that this is what they're showing people. Like this is it's garbage. It's garbage. To Charles Barkley's point. To Charles' point. I 1000% agree with him. And this is going to be really a passionate rant because I freaking love basketball, dude. The NBA media coverage is actually hot dog water trash. And part of the thing is this, right? If I see one more Michael Jordan versus LeBron James debate on ESPN, especially First Take, I'm going to scream. I'm going to lose my hair, bro. You're going to see this hairline receding. I'm going to look like Stephen A. Smith. I'm going to look like Stephen A. Smith. Stop, and I hate to cuss, but I have to. Kids, close your ears. Stop fucking talking about Michael Jordan versus LeBron James. Because MJ heads will never... If LeBron had 5 more years left to his career and he won a championship 5 years straight, they would still say, well, what about when LeBron lost to Dirk and them? What about when LeBron, without a healthy Kyrie and Kevin Love, lost to the Warriors? Or what about when LeBron lost to the Warriors with Kevin freaking Durant, bro? Like, there's nothing LeBron can do to please Jordan heads. And I hate to sound morbid, but until the majority of Michael Jordan fans die and leave this earth from just old age, this debate won't end. There will be no fucking end to this debate. It seems like every fucking day Shannon Sharp's on First Take, they somehow boil it down to a Michael Jordan versus LeBron James debate. Until there is life where no one who is born knows what Michael Jordan has done as a basketball, not even what he's done, but never seen him play, this debate will keep going. It'll still keep going long after that whole generation and some changes died, but it won't be what it is now. Because no one would care. You know why? Because we're never going to see someone like LeBron James again. And we'll never see someone like Michael Jordan again. But LeBron James is fucking special. It means a lot to these kids, bro. It means a lot to the people who are in the league currently, who are, and the generation of Jordan is gone. It's gone. It's gone. But until that entire generation, who've seen him from Bulls to White Sox to the Wizards, until that group of people is gone and generations have passed, this debate will never end, and it's fucking stupid asinine, bro. Talk about anything else. I'm begging y'all to talk about anything else. I think Giannis' career high, or not career high, but he scored 20,000 career points, I think, the other night, if I'm not mistaken. And the fact that I don't even know for sure shows you the coverage. They don't care to cover any of this shit. No one's talking about it once, especially on ESPN. Not once, bro. Then you have, I didn't read any of the quote tweets from Perkins, Nick Wright, or Stephen A. Smith or whatever, but I know it wasn't good, at least for Stephen A. Smith and Perkins. I know they had a problem with Charles, but the thing is, they're going to be kind of like coworkers next season. And like, my other problem with this, like, I can't see this working. Stephen A. Smith has signed a contract reportedly for $100 million, making more than some basketball players, some high profile basketball players. And I'm just sitting here like, bro, I can't see. They're not going to get rid of Stephen A. Smith. I can see them getting rid of Kendrick Perkins for Charles Barkley. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what you think of Charles Barkley takes. Charles Barkley is 30 times more valuable than Kendrick Perkins in terms of this particular space and job security. I'm going to be real. They're not picking Kendrick Perkins over Charles Barkley. They would be high. But I'm telling you right now, you'll see the nastiest breakup of talent you ever see on national television. They wouldn't do it. They need to stop this MJ versus LeBron debate. Another thing too is they're not cover the like Charles, again, to Charles' point, cover the Cavaliers, cover OKC. OKC is such a really young and exciting team. There's zero coverage, bro. Like, they're doing such a terrible job of selling this product. ESPN does, and don't get me wrong, there's a bunch of problems inside the NBA, like a bunch, and they are some hating ass people on inside the NBA. I'm not gonna lie to you, but ESPN's pregame coverage and postgame coverage is really ass. There's only like one person I really like on that panel that actually adds insight, and I forgot her name. I forgot how to say her name, and I'm really pissed. But the not Malika Andrews, but the other the beautiful, tall, dark-skinned, lovely black woman who I think is also a former WNBA player, because she's tall, so she has to be a former WNBA player. I love her WNBA coverage, but her in terms of the NBA on ESPN, she does a really great job with her coverage and analytics and how she sees the game. And I really like her takes. Kendrick Perkins he can say some stuff. I think Richard Jefferson, when he's on, says pretty good stuff, and I really like his insight on the players, especially since he's played with like a couple of the OGs now, so like that are still in the league. But yeah, I don't, man, it's just bad, bro. Because the thing when you see these celebrities in this, especially in this space, argue, all these other it's gonna fall down the pipe. You won't see a bunch of people beefing. I really hate this shit, bro. Not to go off topic, but just like when Cam said something to, not Cam Newton, but Cam said something from It Is What It Is. Like when Cam said something about Ocho, I hated that because one, it felt way too personal out of nowhere. But also, I just hate to, like, they're both successful doing their own thing, bro. Like, let's just leave it at that and keep going, bro. You don't have to be best friends. You don't even have to like each other. But I just hate seeing two black men for no reason over shit that does not fucking matter insult each other like this. Especially, it's just so asinine and dumb. It really is, bro. It's dumb. And I hate, Charles Charles he's not innocent in all this, but I hate seeing this back. Like, I just hate it, bro. I hate it. It's just, it sucks. Kind of like, I respect, if nothing else, I respect them as people. In regards, I hate to see this argument happen. NBA coverage has to change, bro. It has to change. Because I can't do it. They had freaking Kai Cenat on First Take. And what did they talk about? Amongst a couple of things. What eventually came up? Who's the GOAT? Who's better? Kai Cenat should be a lot younger than me. I don't know if he was even born when Michael Jordan was even on the Wizards. He could have been. I'm not sure. But it's just me. If someone's, their only watch of a player, no matter what sport is through YouTube highlights that have been archived footage, they don't even belong in a discussion of whatever you're doing when it comes to two players. It's a waste of time. At that point, it's a waste of time for everybody. It'd be, if you're going to have a debate like that, you might as well have two players debate about it who actually faced both these players in their primes, and you can't get that because of the huge ass gap, obviously, between Bulls MJ and Cav or Miami Heat, LeBron, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so at the end of the day, it's a wasteful debate that doesn't mean anything. And I feel like, and I really miss Kobe, bro. 'Cause I really feel like Kobe would call a lot of these motherfuckers out and be like, "This is so dumb," and I don't even watch y'all's programs. None of you, not, and I don't care. Insert channel here. I don't watch y'all because this coverage is so stupid and does nothing to advance the game, does nothing to highlight the game for anyone, and does nothing to educate people on the game further. ESPN used to be something special, man. It used to be something special, man. They used to have sports science. They used to have ESPN at 5 o'clock. Used to really be something, or at 6 used to really be something. We used to talk about some really cool stories. Now it's so boring. It's so boring and backwards, and it does nothing for the casual fan that would love to learn more about basketball and stuff. Like, I have friends who have never touched a basketball, never watched any basketball. They're doing jobs now in which they work on teams, right, or at different levels. And I have a couple friends now, right, that do that, or they're dating someone who likes this stuff, right. And so they would like to know more about the sport, like about the rules, about the plays, about really good players, like so they can go watch highlights, stuff like that. These network television shows don't do anything to talk about those things. They don't do anything. They don't have qualified people a lot of the time on these programs to even talk about some of this analytical shit. They do none of this stuff. And it sucks because we used to do it. And at least again, inside the NBA on TNT has many problems, really glaring problems. But one thing I do like, even if it's for a couple seconds, usually at a time, Kenny does go up to the board when he wins the race, and win or lose the race. But like, he goes up the board and shows something. He breaks down the plays. He shows all these cool things, and I feel like Fox doesn't really do a good job of it on none of their coverage. I feel like it's a lot of just these. I've been covering the game for a long time, so I know everything, and that's bullshit, and it sucks, and it's stupid, and that's why a lot of players don't even like going on these shows, because you just twist words, and you waste their time with these dumb debates and these dumbass questions, and I just really hate it. That's why I love KG's Kevin Garnett's shows, because like, I feel like he really embraces the new era of NBA. He doesn't hate on all these players for the sake of hating it. Like, he'll give players, even he had rivals with that are still playing today, some love. Like, he'll give you some honest take. Even Paul Pierce, when he's not on Fox, has really good, great takes for sometimes, and it's really endearing with a lot of his NBA takes and how he views the game. And I just feel these network television shows are clearly pushing an agenda and clearly stripping away a lot of these former players of their actual basketball personalities and IQ to just appease this debate. I use air quotes, this debate style format. Because this isn't a fucking debate. It's a bunch of people yelling at each other. I haven't watched First Take in years. Like, actually sat down and watched First Take in years. Because it's just them yelling over each other, man. Like, remember when Undisputed was like the last like couple months of Undisputed before Shannon left? It was unbearable because the chemistry, like, it wasn't good product to watch. And then when they did like fucking Lil Wayne, I'm done, bro. It's the coverage is so bad, man. The coverage is so bad, and it's so sad. And good for Kai and everything. Get your bag, brother. All these people who go on these shows, get your bag. But please, like, don't forget about the fan who actually wants to learn more. That's the great benefit of having former players or coaches on your platforms. Let us hear about this fucking game. Like, damn, man. Damn. I get it. When there's like, let's say there's 3 primetime games a week, you're probably gonna see the Warriors or Lakers in like two of the 3, and so I understand. But like, damn, bro, there's other teams in the league, bro. There's other teams in the league that are really excited to watch that could do some love, because we don't get national games. A lot of people don't get to see their games, so it would be nice to highlight some good plays, bro. It would be nice to have some top 10 plays on First Take, like, hey, top 10 plays in the NBA this week on a Friday or something, right? Or like on a Monday, because a lot of games happen on the weekends. Well, like, or some day where you're just like, yo, Here are the top 7 plays, and it can include someone from the Magic. It can include someone from the Blazers. It could include someone from Milwaukee. It can include someone from the Lakers. Like that's the beauty of like ESPN and FOX or some of these shows or podcasts and stuff is that you're not a team specific. You shouldn't be a team specific. Well, not many podcasts can do whatever, but I mean like these network TV shows. You're not team specific, so you should be able to talk about whoever, whenever, whatever on these teams and these players. And I feel like they don't do anything to highlight any good plays. There's so much exciting young talent, and you wouldn't know because the NBA coverage refuses to care. And that's one of the many issues with inside the WNBA on TNT. They hate on these players. Bro, I know there's so many players tired of Shaq, bro, and his bullshit ass G14 classification. Nigga, fuck you, bro. I don't care about none of that bullshit you're spouting, bro. Like, talk to me like a human fucking being, bro. Like, you're not talking. Shaq be talking about people to their face crazy, bro. Like, what the fuck you on? And then talk about, I when I was younger, I used it as motivation. Nigga, these players don't, they respect your game as far as you did something in the game, you're top 75, cool. Outside that, a lot of these players do not give a fuck about you talking about Shaq. Whether there's a problem or not, it's whatever. There's players that like there's a lot of hatred on for young players, man. And it's not just inside the NBA, but on TNT, but they do a lot of it. And I've never seen someone hate the very nucleus of basketball more than NBA coverage on TV, and it sucks because people deserve better. People deserve better and they deserve more. Will we get it? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Comment, like, subscribe, share. Let me know your thoughts on NBA coverage. And I do hope that, because there's a lot of NBA people on YouTube that actually really like watching their content because they really break down the game and they really break down a lot of players and things that you wouldn't be able to get on like national TV. And there's some channels that are like run by like coaches that do break down the plays and stuff. And I should do a video highlighting or put some resources where you can go watch that, because I do think it's really cool to be able to see how plays are break down and see like kind of get in the head of the player and see what they see and stuff like that. And with more time or a video just dedicated to that kind of stuff. So definitely go check out other videos. Like, don't let this weird, whatever you want to call this, debate culture that's been here, don't let that like be the thing, bro. Like, nah, I don't know. Peace out, y'all.